Dear ladies and gentlemen, and all those who are present, we all see that our generation has managed to change and eliminate the division of the world and Europe which hindered our development. This is, however, only one half of the task. There are divisions in economic and political systems and also in borders between the countries that are impervious. We have eliminated this. Then there is the second task. What should be proposed instead of it? The questions are fundamental. Every state and every country develops itself in a different way. There are differences in religion, in development, in education. All of these were kept within the system of state-country. When we removed the borders and eliminated the differences, a question arises now as to what topics are necessary to be dealt with in order to develop ourselves and extend our structures. It is neither a concept nor anything made up. It is a necessity of development, of real and unarguable extension of structures that are necessary for the development of our civilization. The problem is we are still being hindered by the past and ideas of the past. What are the foundations? We propose for the new Europe. The foundations of every state are slightly different. Some suggest building the future of Europe as well as the global future upon the freedom of individual, freedom in organizing, free market, and there should be somebody to keep it all together. The other half say, you will not build anything. This is a made-up and egoistic idea. This will sooner or later lead you to a conflict. And that is why we should build the future upon the moral values. This, however, leads to a question: what values? It seems everybody would like to have united Europe, but everybody has a different idea, and nobody is willing to give up a bit, since Europe and global past was very complicated. Being a man of practice and a revolutionary, I would like to appeal to everybody to make use of such invitations like that of Mr. Kashai to lead such discussion about fundamental questions. The first question is, what foundations does Europe have to have? Well, as far as I'm concerned, and I have been saying this for a long time, the European Constitution should be such that all the European nations and states will accept, or it should look like 10 lay commandments that would allow us to feel the common foundations that Europe is built upon. If we manage to do this, a question would arise then, and what economic system should we adopt that would be based on these foundations? It is definitely neither communism nor capitalism, like we are having now. Being a revolutionary, I am invited to all continents where there are great strikes and protests. And there are at least two postulates at every one of them. We do not want capitalism like this. We do not want such democracy. This is everywhere, everywhere where people fight. We should not forget that until the end of the 20th century, we had God and the Holy Spirit, and we had been a little afraid of them, and they had slowed us down, but we have threw them away, and their place was taken by a different ideology, communism. We have renounced it. Now people do not count on God, they are not afraid of their neighbors. So what to do? What do the masses do in these conditions? I have come from working class, from these masses, working masses, and the working masses, they demand justice. They do not approve of such policy. They do not want to accept such injustices within the economic system. And these are the challenges for our generations. We have to set right today's concept of the right wing and the left wing, because people are lost today. Everything we have now, all the programs and structures, come from the old era, which does not fit the present day. Therefore, we should consider the era in which we live now and during which this discussion about Europe takes place to be the era of the world. In the beginning was the world, and the Word was made flesh. So we should thank the people like Professor Kashai, who has organized us and who is searching and is creating conditions for us to perceive problems and together propose good solutions. But not continually, as we are still trying to make it right. There is a question regarding the European Union. If we only fixed it, or we are building up a new solution that would break the Union, which is possible. This is why I have asked and made proposals to the greatest European states, Germany, Italy, France. If somebody manages to break the European Union, it will be necessary to propose a new union within 5 minutes after it happens. But this union should not be breakable by anybody, because a union is necessary for the development. We need to be in the office and in the background so that it is possible for us to discuss and reorganize the world to be collision-free. I do not know, as a revolutionary, what would be cheaper? Either to repair the European Union that was created in a different manner, or to build a new union. Are we able to do it? And let those who want to be with us and understand build with us. And if somebody is not willing to do it, let them go away. But everybody who belongs to the union has to benefit from it. It cannot be that those who are not members of the union have more benefits than the member states of the European Union. It cannot be like this. There cannot be an organization like this. The fate has given our generation an opportunity to eliminate dangerous situations that hinder us, but it has also given us a chance for a better position to build something based on our experience that corresponds to what we achieved and to live in such system. And if not, then there is a street. We can see odd elections in the United States, Poland. So situation will arise and populism and demagogy will gain the upper hand. And all of these because other people have not managed to put forward a proposal that are better, wiser, and more appropriate for this era. Thank you very much.